Hello and welcome to the middle breakdown. And remember, this is always just like the other videos. You guys know this. We've been doing this for a while. This is always just the first impression. So this is not this is 100% going to be the way the field plays. This is just something that you guys can use to help you be best prepared before you even step on the field. So, definitely, if I missed something, put it in the comments. Let's help each other out. Have a great event. But let's dive into the Atlantic City Open, the middle for this particular video. So if you haven't watched the Dorito and the snake side videos, please make sure to do that. Even if you don't play those sides, it's really important to understand what is it that other teams or other players can do, so that way you're best prepared. So for this video, we're going to go from the tower and also over to these wedges and here. So the Dorito side video, if you guys haven't watched that, is going to be from this Aztec over. And then the snake side video is from, just off the box going out to the snake side, but we don't go over the tower. So we're going to do that for this middle video. But looking at this back center, I think it's going to be interesting to see how people play this, because you're going to have a quick shot and then watch shots over the top. The guys that are really able to pick their shots are going to be really successful with this. The thing that you're going to notice as well is it's going to be difficult to see how the other team is setting up. So because of the way that they're able to adjust and see, or actually you can't see if they're taking a deeper route or if they're taking more of a shallow route, it's going to be hard to pick up on where to shoot. So looking at this, I personally feel like a quick shot through here into the snake side can, this further one, not the closer one, this one right here, and then into the snake, being able to see what is it that, or how far did they go on the snake side? Did they go out into the snake, or did they stop? Because if they stopped, then you can make an adjustment from there. Looking at the Dorito side, you do have a shot into, maybe you'll even see some people doubling this up. You can shoot into this gap and see, are they taking the deeper route, or are they trying to come up kind of shallow? And then also into this Dorito and into this Dorito, you're able to kind of shoot up over the top. But it's going to be tough because you'd have to be kind of lined up. So it'll be interesting to see how people play this. So for this one, let's start off on the snake side, the middle, snake side middle, and then move our way over. So coming up, these shots over the top are going to be difficult. Understanding and realizing, like, you need to have it in the back of your mind as you're moving up. There's a lot of blind shots. You can see that you are pretty blind, literally, to the shots of where they're coming from. So just kind of like keeping your eye up to see if there's any paint, because you can get underneath it, but you don't want to get caught off guard. So coming up into this can, you can see it's really those over-the-top shots. It's going to be tough unless they know that you're going here, that they're going to be able to get that shot. But that's not to say that, you should just kind of run and not really try to get out of the way of things. So getting into this can, I don't think it's worth it to look Dorito side. You can see your side, great. But if they're in your side, you got other problems. But the snake side, at least you can try to shoot into this gap. It's not going to be something, they can still probably get around this. I think there might be a bounce off this 50 snake into the outside of there, but know that they have the over the top shot, they have the inside shot, and they have the outside, and they're able to wrap because of the way that this 50 juts out to the tape. So this isn't a gimme bunker that you can just get there and just kind of be loose in. You still definitely need to be tight, especially when you don't know how far they are in the snake. The good thing is that you have options. So if they do get further up into the snake and you see that, you have an inside move and an outside move. So let's take the outside move first. So coming up, of course, you'd have to be careful of the other brick shooting through this gap. So you need to watch out for that. Technically, once you're here, you're safe, but then you're open to shots down from the snake side can. So coming up into here, this is definitely going to be a risk, but I think it might be worth it to come up to this tower. So one, I'm already seeing, let's look at the Dorito side. I'm already seeing this gap and this gap. So you're able to shoot into here and pull back and roll off into it. So you're able to shoot into the gap to see, okay, how is it that, how far did they get, or how can I stop them from making that next bump? The other thing that I was noticing was this snake side. let me get here. So this shot through here is going to be tough. And also by the time you get here, if they're fast into the snake, they're probably going to be in the snake 3 or snake 4 pretty quick. So I wouldn't take this as a guarantee. The thing that would be good for this to coming into this tower is the fact that you can sit and shoot down. So if I kind of bring my my gun up a little bit, see I can shoot down on the guy in the snake 3. So if this is a team that you've been scouting, they like to just go super fast through here, being able to shoot down on that player is going to help you out, because it's either going to shoot the player, get them in the pack, or it's going to stop them from going further up. Now it's going to be a gunfight from there. Welcome to paintball. That's just the way that things work. If they haven't gotten wide, coming here wouldn't actually be bad, because one, you can help out and shoot the Dorito side to help out. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. And then you can also shoot into this gap. So you'd be able to help stop. I mean, literally, if I just sit here, I don't even have to battle anyone. I can just sit there and just be shooting into that gap and stop them from moving into the snake side. Especially if you have someone in the snake, you're able to help them be able to go and do a whole lot of damage, because they can't get wide. They can't match you in the snake. So this could be a good spot for that. And then of course, if they need help on the Dorito side, you're able to shoot that way. But let's back up a little bit and go into this center brick. I like this brick. I mean, looking at the layout immediately, it was like, oh, well, this is good. So let's, I guess we'll look at the snake side first and see how is it that we can, how we can utilize this bunker. So looking here, it's not going to be super helpful to completely stop the snake. The thing that you can do here is at least put paint through this gap to the outside and try to skim it over the top. I think they're still going to be able to get past that shot, but it could be enough that it kind of stops them for a second, and then same thing here. So really with all of these gaps, you'd be able to shoot into those. The issue is that if they stay low and you're shooting back here and they pop up here, they're going to have a good shot on you. They have the drop on you. So this isn't necessarily a come here and shoot the snake way kind of bunker, I don't think, at least. But let's look Dorito way and see what we can do from here. So obviously you can see this humongous gap here. So coming up, being able to stop them going out wide on the Dorito side. But honestly, looking at this brick, it doesn't really seem like it's a bunker that I want to stay at. This would be a bunker that I would want to come up to and then listen and see where is it that I can go and help. Do they need help snake side or do they need help Dorito side? Because we have these two wedges on either side. So let's look at the snake side one first. So coming up into this wedge, you can see how great this shot is through here. So one, you can do that from the tower like we were seeing, but you can kind of tuck in and shoot into this gap and they're gonna have a real hard time moving past there. And then if you really wanted to, you could shoot into this gap also. So stopping movement from coming through. The issue is that there could be someone that comes up and then tries to wrap around or takes the inside route. But again, that's just paintball. Like you just have to try to play chess with some people. So if we look snake side, you can see it's a little bit better of a shot. You can see a little bit more of the outside of the bunker. So this could be a good one to get into to try and stop movement. I don't know that it's going to be 100%. I mean, just the fact that you are able to see more is at least a better thing. But I mean, I don't know that it's going to be 100%. If they're flat on their gut and, you know, don't have extra pods on the outside of their pack, it might be tough, but at least you could freak them out a little bit and, you know, try to stop that movement. Of course, you have the same shot into this gap. This one would actually be better. So coming up into here to stop them and even try to bait someone to go from that can on, so you can see it here. So the can over here into this gap, you would have time that even if they tried to make the run, you'd be able to get the shot here. So that would definitely be something to consider on how you can help out. But I do like that this wedge, you're able, same thing like the tower, you can help out either way. But let's go ahead, back up, and we're gonna go into this wedge and see how well this one is able to help out with. I like this one better already. So you can see that you have this shot through here and this gap. So even if they are a little bit wider, the fact that I can kind of, you know, essentially lay down and shoot into this gap to help stop movement, or if for some reason they somehow make it through, you can shoot this gap. It's not going to be as good of a shot, but you would be able to put pressure on players like that. Over the top, let me see if I go up a little bit. You could drop some over the top, skim the top of their wedge and drop it into the back center, a little bit into that can as well, and then really shut down the snake side. You can see it there. If I drop down like I was normal, you can see the gap through here. I can just pump paint through there. And if they get in, then I can figure out, okay, do I need to try to make a move, or, you know, is it just telling my team that there's someone that's in there? So yeah, so that is this one. Let me move this back over so we can see a little bit better here. Now let's see though about getting to their side. I'm wondering if this is going to be a middle that you just have to go through and try to cause damage. I mean, you could definitely surprise some people. I think the issue with the middle is you're going to have to worry about the snake side. The Dorito side is going to be harder for them to really sneak up on you, but the way that this snake plays, I think it's going to be a little bit easier for them to surprise you, just because they can stay low and you're not 100% where they're going to be at. So whenever you're making moves up the middle, you really need to make sure that someone has eyes on the snake, or else you're going to get caught off guard and then they're just going to rip you apart. But if you get into their brick, ooh, I like that. Definitely catch them off guard into that gap, and then if they try to go out wide, so that would definitely be a good one. I don't think you're going to be able to get away with this more than, you know, maybe twice, but yeah, then you really can't do a whole lot. No, actually I take that back, because you can shoot into this gap as well. So at least you can kind of keep them honest when they are going out there. So let's back up and turn the camera so we can look at, so remember this Aztec is on the Dorito video. So I'm going to go up into this little brick here. And let's see if it's worth even going up into this. So I think the benefit with coming up to this is that if you dive in, you can at least put pressure on the outside of the Aztec that way. The issue is that you can only shoot into this gap, and you have no clue did they go wide, because by the time you're getting here, you could try to go gun up, but this gap through here is going to be, I mean, they're going to be able to see you, so that's going to be tough. And getting out of this is going to be kind of difficult. So I'm not sure. Now, again, this is why we go and shoot at each other, right? So this is what practice is for. But going up to here, I don't know if it's worth it to come up into this little brick. I don't know if there's really a huge reward for coming here. I mean, what if I try to do, I mean, there's definitely going to be delays, like coming off this box. You can definitely shoot into this gap, shoot back up the center, you know, kind of shooting out wide. So it's going to be interesting to see how people, like I said, will play this. But is it worth, it'd be better to come out to the Aztec. And we'll get into that Aztec in the Dorito side video, but it doesn't seem like it's really a benefit. I mean, overslide this and crawl up, I guess, but then if they get out to the Aztec, they can see that move up there. So I don't really see a huge benefit of coming around into this little brick. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something fantastic that I'm just missing because we're not shooting at each other, because even this gap is barely there. So yeah, I don't know if I see anything worth it other than a weird route to get up, but I feel like you can get up into this brick just fine and then make moves up into the other wedges and all that. So anyways, so that is the middle. So just like the other video or videos, make sure that you're putting in the comment down below or commenting down below. I can talk, don't worry. Is there anything that I missed? Is there a move that you think might be worth it? Is there a bunker that you think is better than the others? So this is the middle here for the Atlantic City Open. Thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to check out the other videos. So the Dorito side, snake side, and possible bounce shots. And I'll see you guys in those other ones if you haven't watched them already, because maybe this is the third one you've watched, or the second, or maybe it's the first or the fourth. So anyways, yeah, watch, learn, win. Bye.